Yo, yo. What's happening, good people? What's up, King?
What's going on with you, brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Can you hear me? Everything sound good?
Yeah, you sound good. Try to get some better light. Yeah.
Come on, man. Make yourself light skinned, my guy.
Hey, I don't know how to do that.
There we go. Look at that boy. Oh shit, bro. You don't went back, bro. do that. Do that thing you just did, bro. Don't do that. Hey man, we ain't even gonna play with it, bro. We're gonna let these folks keep coming in, bro. But hey, real talk, real quick, man. Y'all, this my big brother Mario, man. Mario, for those who don't know, can you give them a quick, I guess, little Instagram 60-second clip of who you are, brother?
Man, I'm just a good friend, man. You know, I did little policing in my day. Did 13
Yeah,
years, so I'm retired now.
yeah.
Now I'm a serial entrepreneur, enjoying life.
That boy getting to the look at him, getting to it, man. But I'm gonna give you your roses later on, man. But I wanted to get you on here, man, just to change the speed up a little bit on because we normally have a lot of different conversations. And in light of everything going on, I know you're very raw and uncut with your take on policing and things like that, man. So I wanted to get you on here because I know lately, man, it's just crazy. My mom just texted me, bro. They just had another shooting in what is it? Atlantic Station.
No, they didn't
Just
shoot Atlantic Station. Because I live at Atlantic Station.
my
There.
mom just texted me.
What'd you say?
She just texted me and said somebody got the shooting over that way.
They didn't get the shooting. Guy walked in there with I think he had 2 long guns and 3 handguns, a bulletproof vest, and he went in the bathroom. They called the police. Police got him out of the bathroom, and I think they charged him with reckless conduct.
Got it. Okay.
People,
All right. So she sent me the bat signal, like, be careful. I'm like, what you talking about, Ma? But I got that information wrong. Appreciate you correcting that. But there was a shooting at Cumberland earlier. Can't deny that.
it's not.
And it's sad. It's sad, man, because with that, this thing that happened at Cumberland, we just had a situation that happened in Atlanta a week or so ago. Um, we just had, heard about the situation that happened in Colorado. The list goes on and on and on. So I know a lot of times, man, people are in an uproar. Obviously, you don't want to see people getting hurt. You don't want to see these shootings and the things that are going on. But what is your take on how the suspects are being detained? Coming from your personal experience and expertise, because that's the part that's not sitting well with a lot of people, with how they're being detained as well as the narrative behind it.
I mean, they being detained the way they're supposed to be detained. I mean, the system is built for them, not us. So they gonna take care of them when they detaining them. I'm not surprised. I'm also not surprised by the story the media puts out and how they portray them, because the media is not our friend. They're gonna tell us what they want to tell us. They're gonna spin it the way they want to spin it to get people upset, to get people mad. So it's nothing surprising at all.
Right. And for someone as yourself who's protected and served for many years, um, I guess what is one of the things that we should know to gain understanding about the things that you deal with on the daily or have had to deal with on the daily, in your line of work. Because I mean, you still protecting and serving. You know what I mean? It might be a little different, but
Yeah.
uh, you're still risking, your life to make sure that other people are good. So, what is one of the biggest misconceptions, man, as far as policing goes?
Um, Police are they real people. Like they go through real emotions. They have real bad days. It's a real deal. I think little baby said it best when he said all police ain't bad. You know,
Right,
see the bad people. We see the bad police the most.
right.
See them the most. The same as white people when they watch movies. That's how they get their perception of us. We the gangsters, we the robbers, we the killers. We don't take care of our kids. That's what they see in all the movies. That's what they see on TV and everywhere else. So that's where they draw their perception from a lot of times.
Hmm.
Same thing. When you see the bad police all the time, that's where you're gonna draw your perception from. But it's
Right.
more good than bad all day. But we all know that one bad apple spoils the bunch.
And what do you think can be done from the blue light from the blue standpoint in order to make that better? Because I mean I've seen and watched policing in other countries. I've seen what's up, Phaedra? I've seen um, the fact that they put them through more extensive training, maybe doing a lot more mental health checks, have them do a lot of things where they interact with the community a lot more often. So what do you feel is something that, can be done to help better serve the police and so the police can better serve the communities?
I think it needs to be some type of rotation, like as far as like shifts and areas. Like I know my police years, I only policed in Zone 4. Outside of when I was on the specialized unit, I was always in the hood. So I knew nothing about what went on in Buckhead when it came to, what I'm saying, the treatment of police and people. I only knew how it went down in the hood.
Hmm.
I think if you shifted them around a little bit more, you get a better scenery. Because I remember when I worked overnight, um, you know, ain't nobody really doing that much good that's walking around at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
After doing it for so many years, the perception was that every time you saw somebody they was up to no good. And so you started
Hmm.
everybody like in a bad mindset, like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Opposed to getting that switch and getting that break and actually going to a different shift and actually seeing some good people. You know,
Right.
at 2 in the morning, especially working in zone 4, walking around, either got a TV, a radio in their hand, they up to no good.
Right. What No, and that's good, man. What are things that we can do um to help better ourselves? Because I know that for me, like I know one of the things that, and I've talked, me and you talked about this before, and even when we've done other things on this type of platform, we talked about it before. But I always say, like for myself, man, I'm going home. At the end of the day, like if anything was to happen, my whole mentality is that I'm going home, and that's the whole purpose behind having um, attorneys and other people that can fight on your behalf,
Right.
that can do it in a much smarter way. And it ain't nobody being a sucker, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. If you follow certain rules or do things in a way that can help benefit, the benefits of it is saving your life, which is the most important thing.
Mhm.
Um, and again, like I said, I always want to focus on that part of it, where I do follow certain protocols or whatever is going to get them to be in a calm state of mind. You know what I mean? So, what do you feel are some of the things we could do as a community that can help better us and give us a better chance to make sure that we're going home and seeing our families?
Well, I would say go. They have I know Atlanta has the Citizens Academy. They have a lot of things that you can go to actually learn what the police are looking for, what they see,
Hmm.
the training that they go through so that you can understand why they react the way they react.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people don't know that, when police walking up to your patrol car, up to your car after they pull you over and they touch the back of that car, they're putting their fingerprint on that car just in case you kill them so they can find you.
Mm. That's okay.
That's
You know that.
why they train you that in the academy. They teach you when you walk up to the car, touch the back of the car. In case you get hurt or something happens to you or you die, your fingerprint is on the back of that car.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they're preparing to die when they walk up to your car. So a lot of times people may understand why some of them may be more jittery than others. Because it's you getting ready.
Let's talk about that, man. Because I'm glad you spoke on it, man. Because I've been to some events. You know what I mean? Like shout out to Clippers and Cops. I know another buddy of mine, man. They do, great things as far as bringing the community and police together. But there's a big misunderstanding or misconception about the fact of, well, y'all supposed to be trained and you supposed to know better and do this and do that. And just to hear you say, like, as you're walking up to the car, like the mindset, the mind frame that a lot of you all are in, men and women, um, how crazy that is, man. But
Right.
damn, just because
Get
you
pulled
just
over.
gave me, bro. As much as I talked to you, like I ain't never heard you give me that one, man. So that's kind of crazy that at each time you stop a car, like you're doing to have that on your mind before the window even goes down, before you ask for license or registration. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a different perspective, bro, and a way to look at it from my point of view. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like my mom was a police officer, bro. So I've heard some of her stories and some of the things that she had to deal with, man, growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's always, as time goes and from me myself, and even as I try to prepare my children, for things to expect and just trying to educate them on certain things. And that's why I feel these conversations are important and they never get old. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because we've had so many situations that we've seen, whether it's been live on social media or the things that we've heard about in the news, even here in Atlanta with the whole Rayshard Brooks thing or even the George Floyd situation, and the list goes on and on and on. And a lot of times our emotions are so high that we're not taking the time to understand what's going on in those moments. Now, some of those are just flat out killings. Obviously you can't get past that. But just overall, like just trying to get people to hear and understand from your point of view, you know what I mean, is so important. And that's why I was asking you, like, even aside from the academy, like what do you feel are some of the things that do get us in trouble when we do, have interactions with police officers and things like that?
Sometimes we just angry, man. We just mad because you're mad because you're getting interrupted doing what you want to do.
Hmm.
I remember pulling people over sometimes just to tell them they tag light out, or just to tell them, hey, your tail light's out, man. Fix your tail light. And before I got to the car, they didn't curse me out. They rolled down the window cursing. So at that point, it's like, well, here, take this ticket, man.
Right.
I was like, I was just trying to help you out, man. Because one of them other guys probably gonna give you a ticket. They ain't gonna give you no warning. They ain't gonna hate your tail light out. Get your tail light fixed.
Right.
It's real talk. I didn't like writing tickets. And a lot of people don't. You have your officers who like writing tickets, but it's more that don't like writing them. They're
Right.
just trying to look out. I remember I got suspended for looking out for somebody.
Really.
Yeah, I can't tell you the whole story on here, but I'll tell you later. Yeah, looked out for the kid, man. He was gonna go to jail, and I looked out for him, and he wasn't told that I looked out for him. Hey, that officer looked out for me, and I got a 3-8 suspension behind that kid.
Yeah.
But then at that point, it was like, well, why help him out? I might as well just write the ticket.
I feel you. I know that's got to be a tough thing, man. But you know, I guess I mean, is that considered doing the right thing? I mean, I guess it's all kind of borders. That, you know what I mean? That's borderline, whether you follow the rules or what you feel is considered the right thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're there to help the community. So sometimes doing things to help the community hurts you in itself, or may hurt,
Mm,
may may not be exactly what you're supposed to be. Like I may see you with that blunt and tell you, "Hey, man, put that out," or I may see you with that, crack or whatever, and be like, "Yo, don't do that, dude. Throw that away." That's not by the book.
right. But a lot of that too, you know what I'm saying? Like has something to do with the fact that you know the area, right? You know the people that you're dealing with, so you can handle them as such.
Yeah, you wanna. I mean, I wanted to police my community. I wanted to police my people and help my people and look out for, what I'm saying, my own people. So that was one of the reasons I didn't want to go to Buckhead. I didn't want to have to deal with someone thinking they were better than me because of my skin color.
Mm-hmm.
Out over here in the hood, because I know the hood. I'm from the hood. I grew up, Buffalo, New York, not too great area. So I worked well in the hood.
Right. Right. What are some of the things even, and this is the other thing I don't think a lot of people understand or even take into consideration, because you deal with what you deal with in your community, and then how are those atmospheres even at work? Because it's one thing, you know what I'm saying, where you're doing right in your community, but then it's another thing that some people might feel away by how you police even your own, and how they might treat you, or some of the things that you might have to go through at the job. Because I know that's got to be a difficult thing, man. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I know, for a fact, some of the shit that goes on, at them stations, man. And then depending on what area you're in, it's a lot. It gets real tricky. Um, So, to the best that you can talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Like what is that like for you? Like that experience?
I mean, it really depends on your supervisors, man. I only had one bad supervisor, and we got him up out of there. What I'm saying? We went and complained on him. We tried to get him fired because of some of the racial things he was doing, but the city stood up for him and they kept him. So they just moved him away from us. But I mean, it just depends, man. I was really invested in it though. Like I wanted to police to help the people. So like I was the one who would play basketball with the kids while on duty, out there running around in full uniform. I
Mm-hmm.
was running down the street racing. I get out and race with them. Let's run. Let's see if
Right.
y'all can. You know,
Right.
I had fun doing it, but then it get old after a while. And so it got old, and so I got gone.
Right.
But I think a lot of times, a lot of people that's policing, they just wanted a job. They just want a job now. So they're not invested in it. They just invested in the check. It's the same as when you got teachers that's just invested in a check. They don't
Mm-hmm.
check. And so you get
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that's doing just that. They're just there for the check.
Right. Right. No, that's 100, bro. We got one question, man. They said, "Do you believe black officers should police black neighborhoods and whites police white neighborhoods?"
No, because I got a white friend, man, that's police in the hood, and everybody in the hood love him. I think it's just I don't think it should be broken up in that way, but I definitely think we should be policing our own people. Like I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
there's a white officer who can,
Talk
I
about
think
that,
he
bro.
should
Because
be.
that ain't no, I was waiting on you to touch on. I was waiting on you to touch on that because we've had conversations before. Can you talk about that? Like when
What?
we talked about when you said we should police our own, um I forgot what we was talking about the other day. I think it was one of those shootings or something like that, right?
About the shootings.
Yeah,
It's,
and you were talking, you know, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not surprised that all these shootings happen. They're gonna keep happening.
Right.
We start protecting ourselves. Like you got to be your own 911. You should be your own first line of defense. Like, hey, it shouldn't be, hey, I'm going to the grocery store. I don't need my gun. No, take it. They just
Mm,
grocery store. Or I'm just going to
mm-hmm,
church. They shot up a few churches. So you should
mm,
always be prepared to protect yourself and your family. Like you should never. It should be more of a um, have what is it? Better to have and not need than need and not have. It's better.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't need it, cool. But if you need it and don't have it, what you gonna do then?
Right.
And how would you feel going, going to the store with one of your kids and you left your gun at home? I don't need him. Just run to the store and run out real quick. And then something happened and a situation arises and you couldn't protect them and they die.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew you could have protected them. You're gonna feel like trash. So like take it. And also just because you get a pistol permit or whatever your state requires and you go to the pawn shop or the gun store and buy a gun, that don't make you no shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Training. Go get training. Learn, shoot. I'm serious, man. Learn how to shoot.
Yeah.
Go buy a gun and be scared to pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Gun sales went through the roof and these people still can't shoot. Go get training, man. Yeah. Talking to you too, Josh.
Hey, bro, we do our work behind the scenes, man. I'm definitely paying attention, man. Like I said, I just think it's so important that everybody get a different perspective because the policing thing has gotten so bad, and then we're putting so much emphasis on them. And I'm glad you brought up the fact of what we need to do for ourselves and in our communities. And what does that look like? And then for those, let me ask you this, bro. So for those people, right, if what are other avenues that we can do or use to protect ourselves that don't involve or entail like gun use? You know what I'm saying? Because it might be some situation somebody could be on papers. It might be a situation somebody's not old enough. I mean, whatever the case may be, what are some other avenues we can go about protecting ourselves?
Um, do you could do training on research to learn how situations actually go down. Like I forgot, it's like situational awareness training, to where you can actually,
Mm-hmm.
like, I know I can be out and I can stand in a room and just kind of just watch the room, and you can see, oh, they about to fight over there,
Mm-hmm.
and they fighting because you see the energy is off. You see them arguing. You see the hands moving. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Like pay great attention. Like when you walk in the building, know where the exits at. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like we go in. I remember what was that store they were shooting at? I think it was Walmart. They went shooting and they were shooting at the front door and people didn't know where the back door was at and everybody was running to the front door. They heard the shooting and everybody just running that way. Like pay attention to the exit signs. They hanging from the ceiling. They big, bright. Pay attention. When you driving, pay attention to what street signs you pass. Like people need to pay attention. Everybody's so stuck in their phone. They don't pay attention to what's going on around them. And the guy could be standing right next to you, loading the AK right next to the jelly and peanut butter in the grocery store. And you so stuck in your phone trying to get the perfect picture for your Instagram filter that you don't even realize it.
Right. No, that's real, bro. That
I
that
says,
device will
okay,
get you caught up.
stop posting your location. It'd be so crazy how people go out of town and post the entire time while they out of town. Well, guess what? Now all your so-called friends know you're not at home. So they about to break in your house and steal your PS5. And then when you come home, they gonna be the first ones to pull up and act like they about it. They ready to ride.
For those who missed that, bro, say what?
Yo,
Because I think people don't really understand, man. Them people that they claim is for you be the main ones, and then not only will they do it to you, but they'll be the main ones that try to set you up. I forgot it was a song I was just listening to or something, man. But somebody said like somebody they'll be the ones to set you up and then take you to go look for them. I
yeah,
can't remember who said that, bro, but that's.
Lil Wayne got a song out like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking
Yep.
about girls setting the dudes up, like people just don't pay attention, man. Like you don't have to post while you out of town. Whenever I go out of town, if I post a picture from out of town, I'm back already.
Mm-hmm.
So you come on by. Like it'd be crazy. People post pictures. They be like at the airport, on the plane. And I was like, perfect. Let me go get this TV. You gonna be gone for 3 days. Then they be like, on my way home. Yeah, they give you every step. You don't even have to work for it. They show you when they're in the airport. What's that little sign? Everybody posts that welcome to Atlanta when they coming up that big ass escalator. Everybody want a picture of Keisha. We in Atlanta. All right, so I guess I'll leave your house now. You back.
Let me. I'm glad you touched on. Let me ask you this. Um,
Hey, look, I definitely know a guy that took his cousin's stash and helped him look for it. Exactly.
yeah, that's retarded. Uh, what is your take, right? Because I know there are a lot of people, man, and I'm not trying to say anything is wrong with it, but there are some people, man, that have hella gatherings at their house. A lot of people know where they stay at. Thered be people that's coming in and out, man. What's your take on that, bro? Because I know for me personally, man, I definitely am very um, protective, man, when it comes to just having all kind of folks in your house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All kind of folks just in and out, or just knowing where you stay at. You know what I'm saying? Unless you all the way 100 with it, man. But what's your advice for people, man, that's
I
big into gatherings and shit like that, or just having hella people come in and out your crib? Like,
I mean, there's really no advice for that, man. If you got to rock with what you're comfortable with on that situation, man. I know people who have gatherings at their house and don't never have never had no issue.
mm-hmm,
But have one, and they watch come up missing with their
mm-hmm,
parents or their family members.
mm-hmm,
I had a cousin. I have a cousin who every year she used to hold Christmas gatherings for the family at her house. Every year, never had an issue. 10, 15 years. One cousin brought a new boyfriend. iPod came up missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is you just gotta rock with what you're comfortable with. I mean, very few people know where I live at. The closest of close know where I live at. That's what I'm comfortable with.
right,
And I've never been the huge gathering at the house. Like, and if I do, it's like, well, if I have upstairs and downstairs and the bedrooms upstairs, ain't no need for you going up there. What you looking for? All the bathrooms down here. Like some people have basements and they have all their gatherings down there, and nobody
mm-hmm.
ever goes upstairs. So I think it's more or less of what you're comfortable with.
Nah, that's real. I mean, all that definitely comes with a responsibility, man. And then, you know what I'm saying. The other thing is too is because I know you spend some time out. You know, even though a lot of that has to do with work. But what is your advice to people? Because I know a lot of us go out and we got partners that might come with us, or some trouble may occur. Um, but what is your take on if a situation jump off, you know what I'm saying, and you're in the midst of that? Like, are you more of a de-escalating type of person? We gonna walk away, let's go home, or
So
like what's your take on?
I'm always gonna
Huh?
I'll go home. It ain't never worth it.
Right.
It ain't never worth it. I don't care what they say. It ain't never worth it. I'm gonna try my best to walk away and go home. Now, if you don't let me walk away and go home, then I'm gonna handle the situation. But I'm gonna always try to de-escalate and get away because it ain't never worth it.
Cause we got folks that listening, man, and I know some people feel like, you feel me, like ain't nobody gonna disrespect me and this, that, and the third, man. But
I remember when I was a kid, I learned this song. I know you learned it. We were on. We close. Well, we ain't the same age, but you know, we remember sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. What happened to
mm,
that?
mm-hmm.
People say you ugly, now you want to kill them. People cuss your girl out, now you want to beat them up. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
from over there, man. It don't matter. It ain't worth it. So you defend your honor, your respect, so called, for someone calling your name or whatever it may be, and then both of y'all wind up dead. So
Right.
your kids don't have a father, and while you laying there dying, you wishing you'd have just walked away.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't worth it.
How many people you feel or know of that probably wish they could have did some shit a little different, bro?
Got some homies, man. Wish they could do stuff differently. My homie went to jail for a while. Wish he could have did this situation differently. It ain't never worth it. Over words.
I guess lastly, bro, 'cause I know you straight to the point, and that's what I love, bro. We get you on, man. You on bullshit.
But
but can you? Because I mean, we touched on a lot of different things, man, and I know some things are a little bit touchy, man. But I just wanted people to get the perspective on certain things, man, because again, emotions be so high. In everything that we do, we always looking at it from that lens and not necessarily understanding um, what's a more realistic approach to the situations when you can remove how you feel from them.
well,
But
emotions always run high when you make a decision while you're emotional.
mhm,
So, when you're mad, they tell you don't never make a decision while you're mad. Shouldn't make it while you're sad neither.
right. Do you feel that a lot of times, what I'm saying, officers are policing from that standpoint?
No,
Because
no.
they're human.
Yeah, they human. I mean, they have bad days. I've had bad.
Yeah,
I try to stay to myself on my bad days too.
right.
I think it's just more of a I wouldn't even say training. I would say more of a personality type situation, man. Some people just look for stuff to get into.
Hmm.
They just want, they gotta do something. I gotta.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you was
back.
buffering for a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
You running out of minutes?
Nah, man, my mama just tried to call, bro. Chill. Bro, you hell, dog. Uh, Lee, hey,
Minutes,
man,
man.
Lee.
Only got 10. You only got 30 more seconds, man. But then it's gonna be 99 cents a minute, man.
Chill out, bro.
Oh,
No, man. Leave us with leave us with a positive note, man. Some good food, man. Before you get off, bro.
man,
You know what I'm
always,
saying? Whatever.
always educate yourself and whatever you're doing, protecting your family. Make sure that you do any and all you can to protect your family and be prepared, man. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Always be ready for anything. Pay attention to your surroundings. Look around. When you're walking outside, get in the car. They said you got a cricket. When you walk outside, pay attention, man. Pay attention to who's sitting in the car. Some people say just pay attention. Don't be so stuck in the phone, man. It might save you.
Mm-hmm.
Might save you, man. But be ready. Stay ready.
Yeah. And it ain't foolish to stay ready, man. All the little things that help and that matter. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, man. I definitely want to salute you, brother. I'm definitely gonna give you your roses, man. I do it publicly. I do it privately. I'm gonna do it publicly, man. So I love you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Amazing father, husband, the whole show, man. And I appreciate you, as always, man. Taking the time out. I appreciate a lot of other things, what I'm saying, that you've done, and just a lot of the game that you've given over the years, man. Shit, I've known you for 11 years now, something like that. It's crazy.
Longer than that. I think
And my,
it's running up the team, bro.
yeah, you're right.
My first Lunar Day weekend was like 15 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It's been a while, bro. It's been a minute. I done seen kids grow up.
Yeah.
It's been a long time,
Yeah.
bro.
No, I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate you, man, and I'm glad that, you're able to educate people and give a different perspective. I think that a lot of people know that there are, obviously there are good cops, you know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the third, but I still think that they don't understand, what you all go through when you're in that, mindset or mind frame, just day in and day out, and just different things like that, man. It touched my spirit just to hear you say how you got to touch a car just to leave a fingerprint because you don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just glad that you shared, bits and parts to you, man, and being transparent and giving us, what I'm saying, a different look, man. I wanted to get that because, with everything going on, man, and whether it's the shootings, whether it's police involved shootings or something that's gone wrong, or it doesn't matter. It's just you gave game about so many other things because we'll put ourselves in situations just by being foolish or being, you know what I'm saying, not thinking or just understanding what our behavior is going to lead to on the flip side of that, man. So thank you, man. I appreciate you jumping on, brother, and hopefully, we can get you on here again, man, and talk about some more things and just help people protect themselves, man, and be in a better space. You know what I'm saying?
It's always love, bro. Be safe.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All right.
Yeah. Good people. Had to switch the pace, man. So many things going on. We done had a couple of shootings I know out here, and just other stuff that's been happening, man. So y'all make sure, y'all stay safe. Do the right things to protect yourself. And protect doesn't necessarily mean it has to be with a gun, man. You can protect yourself with this thing right here just by thinking and moving and doing the right things, man. So, my goal, hopefully is to help people just stay safe, continue to build, continue to grow, be in good health, and just being aware and being understanding. You know what I'm saying? And we could do a lot of different things, and save a lot of lives just by educating. Mario talked about educating and learning and gaining a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that can help. Um, if something does happen, you do get pulled over, or you're in a situation where some shit might jump off that you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? That you know what to do, you know how to move, because you got to protect yourself, man. There's so many of us. Um, we do the silliest things because we're constantly alerting and letting people know our every move, and we got to show them that we having such a good time, and whatever the reason is. And it's like, sometimes, man, keep that shit to yourself. Understand how to move out here, man, because people are paying attention, you know what I'm saying, more than we know, or think that they are, you know what I mean. And we got to be aware. We got to be aware of our surroundings. And that doesn't just mean the area or where we're at that time, man. Be aware of the people that you got in your circle. Be aware of the people that you got in your corner. Be aware of the people that's coming in and out your house. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, when you inviting people and they inviting people and doing all that, man, be understanding, man. Everybody ain't for you, and you never know. You never really know what a person thinking or where they at. And obviously, it's just showing every day something is happening. Every day, somebody's getting hurt, somebody's getting killed, somebody, innocent lives being taken. It's just all kind of shit that's going on, man. And that's why you have to be aware. You have to be understanding, man. And make sure that we're making decisions based on what is and not from a place of emotion. And I'm glad that's another thing that Mario talked about, man, because it's so important. You know, a lot of times we're moving and doing things and we're basing it off emotion instead of being logical and being understanding and just knowing and by being aware. So, you know, y'all be smart out there, man. I'm praying and asking the Most High to cover everybody that's on this call and for those who are not. You know what I'm saying? Be smart. You feel me? And be aware of your surroundings. Be understanding of what's going on. And understand, man. You don't have to be tough. You ain't got to be rah rah. Go home. If ain't nobody doing shit to you, or you know, not just from a community standpoint, but even in policing, man. I know the rules. I know the law. You know what I mean? But that don't mean I'm gonna sit up here and argue when I get stopped or some other shit going on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, 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 ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. All right, no problem. I'm back at the crib. That's the most important thing, is going home. And if something happened that I felt the way about, then I need to reach out to the proper person, file a complaint, get an attorney involved, you know what I'm saying, and go from there, man. That shit ain't gonna make me no big man because I'm challenging whoever on something. Or do I need to challenge somebody else, man, if I feel like somebody being disrespectful. But on the flip side too, man, a lot of times, man, for those people who feel like you're being disrespected, understand the energy you might have. You might have to change your energy up. Change how you moving and the folks that you around. And that way you don't be in these situations like that, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We're gonna keep this thing going and growing. Y'all hit me up, man, if y'all want to go over any, you know what I'm saying, anything else, any other topics, of course, as always. We're gonna keep building and keep growing, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all got something, man.